All right, folks, day 83, kind of day 83 of the Forge. It's supposed to be Sunday, but it is my nephew's birthday today, actually my late brother's eldest son. So I'm taking the day and giving my nephew my undivided attention. That being said, I still wanted to make sure that we don't skip one day of the Forge and provide value for you folks. So because I'm not going to be there live, when you guys see this, I brought a crew with me, a crew of closers, like good old T.O. from Ohio, Tyler Osborne. You got Edward as usual, and Ken Smootster. Let's freaking go. So these guys wanted to join me tonight, so thank you folks for joining. And what's really cool, guys, is we're actually doing this. It is 6:46 p.m. Pacific time, 8:46 Edward's time, and it is almost 10 o'clock in Ken and Tyler's time. So we want to prove a point today. We're going to turn on our property leads, and whenever we get a lead, we're just going to go ahead and call them, maybe send them a text, whatever. We're going to respond to them. Why? Because they're motivated enough to fill out a form online. Something is going on. Something happened in their life where they're like, I got to sell the biggest asset that I own. So let's just freaking go. Enough with me talking.
Yeah, I was debating on just sitting here and comping for y'all, but after that, I think I'm going to turn them on. Jiminy.
Oh, hype guy now, man. Speaking about hype, man, Edward talked to Flava Flav earlier.
What?
Flava Flav. Oh, I just got a lead, boys. Let's fucking go. I'm calling this lady. Are you really helping with comping?
Yeah, put it in there. Yeah, if y'all are getting leads already.
I just turned mine on too, so I will once it comes through.
Let's go, Juanita. You just responded to my text. Come on. You guys can hear the phone ring, right?
Not if it's ringing right now.
Yeah, we can.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, is Juanita?
Yes, this is she.
Yes, Juanita, good evening. This is Caesar. You just filled out a form on my site and you just responded to my text. Looks like you're looking to sell your property out in Mission on Greenland Circle.
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, wonderful. So you're still looking to sell. How much are you looking to get for it?
I'm open to reasonable offers.
Okay, and what would that be for you?
Above 85.
Above 85. All right. So I gotta stay above 85 to stay alive, huh?
Around those numbers.
All right. I was actually trying to be funny. I guess you didn't get that joke. I'm sorry. Maybe just too late. I actually just drank. I just drank some coffee, so I'm all over the place. So I am pulling this up right now, Juanita. If you don't mind, can you just tell me a little bit what you got going on while I look this over?
As far as?
Anything and everything you can tell me. You know, what got you looking to sell? Anything you got going on with the property? Just anything and everything would be awesome.
A tenant that doesn't quite pay.
Oh, a tenant that doesn't quite pay, you said?
Yeah.
Oh no. Hopefully it's not a family member.
No.
Okay, good. All right. Well, talk to me. How long has the tenant been there? How much are you charging them? What's the situation? What's going on?
He's been there, I want to say, over 2 years at the beginning. because it was a family of four adults. But unfortunately, I don't know what happened there. One of the family members ended up staying by himself, and he's just inconsistent, like all across the board. Like with trash that he has to pay per month with the city, electricity, water. Just it's a hot mess there with him, and he's just very inconsistent.
How long has this been going for?
Easily about a year.
Oh Lord. Oh man, how has that been for you folks? Must be rough.
Yes.
I have a couple of those. It's a pain in the you know what.
Most definitely.
Yeah, and I'm in the communist country of California where tenants have all the rights, so it kind of sucks on my end, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So this guy is late almost every month, or like, do you have a mortgage on this? Like, what's the situation?
No mortgage.
Well, that's good. Okay. And how much is this guy? How much were you charging him?
700.
700. Okay. Now is that market rate in that area, or can I get that up once I get rid of him?
No, it varies. I guess it just depends on the number of rooms the house has. With him, I guess it's just like one of those situations where you know that the other members are not there anymore. So I guess like a single type status trying to help him out, but that didn't quite plan out as it was supposed to. And no, it just varies. Typically, it usually rent around here can vary, but it's between 800 to 1,200, depending on the number of rooms, and there's a lot of factors that go into play.
Okay, so let's just say to be on the safe side, we're looking at about maybe $900, $1,000, just to be on the safe side. Like that would be a good estimation, would you say?
Well, it has 3 bedrooms and 1.5 baths plus the kitchen and living room. So it's a fairly nice site when there was 4 of them living there, right? And I guess it was easier on everyone there as far as getting payments in on time versus now that I think he had gotten comfortable with, well, I can be inconsistent. There's really no consequences because it requires time, effort, and additional resources to try to get like that part going. So it's just it just depends.
Okay, I got you. All right, so we're looking at about $1,000 maybe. And just to let you know, usually when I do rentals, I like to rent to a family instead of rent by room, just so that way I just have to deal with one, just because I don't like all that headache. If you don't mind me asking, by the way, I mean, whether it's $800 or $1,200 a month, I mean, that's a good amount of mailbox money, especially the fact that you don't have any mortgage. If you don't mind me asking, what's stopping you from maybe getting rid of this guy and then just getting a family in there and actually get that $1,200 a month?
We've been trying, but I guess he just kind of like I don't directly deal with him, but he's been the type that kind of like when you're about to lose it out like completely on him, you'll payment somehow, So it's just been one of those where it's like a pull and push situation. I don't know how to describe the dynamics there, especially because my dad is the one responsible for looking at that particular situation. So I don't know. I think it's just been that inconsistency, but because he has gotten comfortable with my dad.
Okay.
Because he's responsible for collecting.
Okay, and now let me ask you, I mean, if I were to buy this, Are you delivering this vacant? Are you gonna get rid of the tenant or?
Yes, we would tell him, of course. Once we have something in our hands today, it's been sold. You've got to go. There's no other. And he's kind of said like, oh yes, the minute you tell me that somebody has bought the property, because we have just a regular for sale sign out there. Our mistake was that when I want to say we had 3 different people give us a really decent offer. But at the time, it seemed, because he was more consistent with payments, to just, kind of keep it there. The guy behind us, this has very easy access to the expressway. It's about like a mile, 0.75, 3/4 of a mile, like to get to the expressway. And then right behind us, we would call Business 83. So all of that is just filled with businesses. The guy behind us, the reason I'm sharing this is that the guy behind us has a fence place. I don't remember the name of the fence place, but he had originally offered to buy it off us because it kind of like would make his property just expand to the back.
Oh.
But we're like, no, it's just, it's working out.
Oh, how much does he want to buy it?
Oh, he was offering 85.
Oh, what are you doing talking to me? Why don't you just go knock on that guy's door?
I think that's one of the things that I may have to do right now. I'm just currently very busy because I'm finishing off the doctorate degree.
Oh.
So it's kind of like just eating up my time, big time.
Mm-hmm.
But he was one that offered. Then we had the neighbor. The neighbor wanted to expand his to make it a complete acre.
Uh-huh.
Right. The only thing with him was that at the time he offered 60 cash and then the rest in payment. But again, right, the guy was kind of or the family there was consistent with their payments.
Mm-hmm.
So we kind of like blew it off. And then we had another person come and offer, because again, it's very centralized. Like there's there's 2 schools in the neighborhood in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
We have Flores Elementary, JEO, and then about a 0.5 to 2 miles down the road, we have the middle school that goes along like with all those neighborhoods. So we didn't act on it. And now we're kind of like, you know what? It's been a year that we're dealing with this dude. We need to do something about it. And the easiest thing that I thought was just, looking online versus having to do some groundwork ourselves. But if necessary, I think that's the next step as soon as I'm done with school.
Okay. Oh, when are you done with school, by the way? You said you were getting your doctorate?
Yes, God willing, by August. End of August.
Oh, man, you're almost done? That sounds exciting.
Yes, it is.
Oh, that's amazing. Doctorate in what?
In speech language pathology.
Oh, wow. That is awesome.
Yes, thank you. I'm excited.
That is awesome. I only know a few people that has the doctorate, so congratulations. You're almost there. Whether you do business or not, just wanted to say that. I know that's a huge feat.
Thank you.
Now, let me ask you this. I mean, obviously, you got your neighbors. You can do that. It also sounds like you really just need to take the time and focus on finishing your doctorate. You gotta just want to get this thing over with, not have to deal with your tenant. Am I hearing you correctly?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, let me ask you, if I can just take care of all of that stuff, right? Like, if I end up buying this, I pay all the closing costs, no realtor fees, everything is good, and then all we do is just close, and you make sure that you can deliver it vacant, and we can close on this in a timely manner. When is your graduation?
Like the walking.
Yeah.
On the 14.
All right. What if what if I can close on it before your walking day? So that way, when you're walking, not only you walking, but you're walking with some cash in your pocket. Will that sound good?
That'd be great.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because I love helping people out and you know, help as much as I can. I do just have to stay fair to my business at the same time, where I can, you know, just keep the lights on. When I say fair, I don't mean hitting a home run. I just need to be able to get to the first base and keep my crew's busy. You know what I mean? So if I can do all of that for you and just really provide the speed, flexibility, and convenience, I mean, what's the best price that you think you can do here?
We would have to talk it out, like, to family.
Okay. So who, if you don't mind me asking, who else is the decision maker on this besides you?
Pretty much me and Dad.
Okay. Should I be talking to Dad as well? Because I know you're very busy with your studies.
No.
Okay. I guess the reason why I'm asking, Juanita, and by the way, this is just based on my experience. I've dealt with a lot of people, and usually if there's two different decision makers and I can't, you know, talk to both, usually it ends up being like a ping pong match and it gets dragged out. And I just want to make sure that I don't waste your guys' time and we can just like make a decision, so that way you can do what you need to do and then I can do what I need to do, and your dad would be happy that his baby girl's walking, getting her doctorate, and you guys have money in your pocket. You know what I mean? So I guess my question is, when you say you got to talk to Dad, what does that mean exactly?
How much, or what is the number that you're looking at on your end?
That's what I was asking you. If I can provide you all that value, you know, what's the best that you think you can do and just get it over with?
Mm, 80.
I was hoping you'd say like 75, 70, 75.
Okay. No, not at the moment. Then we'll just leave it there, and we'll see what happens or what comes about. I mean, I guess, you know.
Well, let me ask you. I mean, is there significance to that 80 number of yours?
Well, the thing is that I know it has more value than that, right? Like, and it's a half acre, so I guess that's the thing to that.
Because it's a half an acre, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's good to know. Actually, you know what? Let me ask you this, because we didn't really spend a little bit of time on it. Talk to me as far as the condition of the property. If I were to walk in there, how does it look right now?
I guess I can send you pictures.
Oh, absolutely. I would love that. Yeah. I would love that. But if you can give me just kind of general idea, that would be great.
I mean, it's livable, everything. I guess it's things functioning in there, the AC system. It's fine. It has some minor issues with flooring because it had vinyl flooring. I guess that's what you call it. I don't know the exact name. That it kind of looks like tile, but it's the type you set with adhesive. I don't know. So it's missing some of those, but other than that, like, nothing's caving in. Like, it doesn't flood, which is already a huge plus in our area.
That is true.
Has never flooded. It doesn't rain in, or I don't know what you would call it. Like, there's no roof issue.
Mm-hmm.
The only minor things in there that I recall, and from pictures the guy sent us just this last week, I mean, it's in livable condition.
Okay. Let me ask you, and then I can make a quick one here. Let me ask you this. Let's assume for a second you're gonna rent this off of me. If you're gonna rent this off of me, like what are some of the things that you would want to see change so that when you and your family move in, it's good for you?
Those pieces of missing plastic, I guess, tile.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Because it has cabinets in there. I mean, it has a functional kitchen. It has some carpet in some of the rooms. I don't recall which ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I can send you pictures.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Now let me ask you this, because I'm actually I'm chatting with my business partner out here in Texas as well. Let me ask you this: if for some miracle you catch me on a good night and I agree on that 80, is this something that you're going to be willing to move forward with?
Yes.
Okay. So if I can do the 80, we're good to go, ready to rock and roll. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Let me just put you on a very brief hold. All right. I'm just gonna look at a couple of things. You can talk, by the way. I can hear you. I just want to look at some real quick. Give me 1 second. I'm just looking at some of the properties.
Okay.
So did that vacant land sold for 65?
Yeah, dude, it's up for 65.
So we're good at 80, especially with those two neighbors.
Yeah, where it's at.
Yeah, we're within the web, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're at least within the web there. Like 80. My only concern is that one that's listed, but it doesn't have it's not as big as ours at all.
No.
And then I was gonna send you one.
It might be in similar condition. I just want it just because of that neighbor that wants to pay 85 for it.
Yeah. I did see one because I was backtracking, like how big appreciation was a couple years, not
Okay,
a
hold on
whole
for a
lot
second.
different.
Hey, Juanita, and there's no cracks on the wall or anything like that at all, is there? Anything wrong with the foundation?
No, it's foundation. It's a wooden house. So do you mean like the floor?
Yeah. If there's any soft spots or if you see any cracks on the walls or anything like that at all.
Not that I'm aware of.
Not that you're aware of, right? Okay.
No, I mean it. Yeah.
Okay, give me
It's
one.
wooden, so I guess I assume foundation are usually associated with houses that have like.
I think I'm gonna take a shot at this,
cement.
especially with that neighbor. What do you think, Edward? I'm sorry, Juanita. What was that? I lost you there on the last minute. What did you say?
Okay, it's because you mentioned the foundation, so it's a wooden house that I usually associate like foundations with those that have like I guess like a cement.
Is it cement? Okay.
But no, it's like it's a completely wooden house.
Yes, I do know that it's a wooden. Okay. All right. Let's see. I'm just looking at one last thing, and then I can make my decision here. Actually, while I'm looking this up, if you don't mind, I'll like to explain how my process works, just so that at least we fully understand, and then we can go from there. So let's assume for a second, my guy Edward here tells me that I can deal with this at 80. If I can make this work, first thing I'll do is I'll send over a 2-page agreement, which really just says, hey, we're looking to purchase this at 80. We'll close, I don't know, August 6th or sooner. So that, you know what I mean? So in that way you have the money before your graduation. And then now, while let's say once we do sign that, what I'm going to do is open title. One, I got to make sure title's clean, right? Title would be a third-party company that's there to protect you as a seller. They're there to protect me as a buyer. And then in the next 7 to 10 days, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and send over, a couple of contractors. And then also, just for full transparency, whenever I buy properties outside of my market, I always partner with local partners, local investors. And the only reason why I do that, Juanita, is because I always want to make sure I have a set of eyes on my projects at all times.
Okay.
Okay. So once we do the walkthrough, assuming everything's good the way you described it, then we should be good at that number. If we go in there and let's say half the roof is gone or the kitchen is flooded, then
Okay.
no,
most definitely not.
okay, good. You'll be surprised. We've been through houses like, oh, everything looks okay, and then there's a big tree that fell on the like in the living room. So we always just want to make sure, we're not here to nickel and dime folks, but we just want to make sure that we're transparent from the get-go that, hey, like if it's going to cost us, if there are damages in it that's going to cost us $10, $20, $30,000 more, we got to protect ourselves and then pump the brakes a little bit, right? And so we'll be flexible with you. And then at the end of the day, if for some reason that happens, I will always give you a grocery list of why. And then if you're okay with it, then we'll move forward. If not, then we rip the contract in half. It's as simple as that.
Okay.
And then now two quick questions for you. One, I know you have a tenant in there. So how's access going to be like once we start sending our guys out there?
Let me know days and times that they're planning to go, so that he can be there so we can access the property. We don't have keys, and there's dogs out there. Yes, I think 3 German Shepherds.
Okay.
Because I was already out there a couple of times. So just let us know so that we can arrange with the guy.
Okay. And so we'll give you guys like 24-hour notice, you know what I mean? So that way you guys can coordinate that.
Yes.
And then now let's assume for a sec. So a couple of things. One, when we go there, and this is me because I also have other properties myself. So I always want to be cognizant of the situation. When we go there, do you want your tenant to know that you guys are selling it? Or do you want us to go in there as kind of like quote and unquote the insurance guys? I just want to make sure I don't rock the boat with you. You know what I mean? With your tenant.
No, for sure. He's fully aware that we're trying to sell it and that, we're very dissatisfied with the way he's been acting that last year. So no, you can definitely outright tell him.
Yeah, you're like, fuck that guy. Go let him know.
Yes, please.
I got you. All right. Well, I just wanted to be respectful, like I said, right? So that's
of course. I appreciate that extra notice.
Yeah, so that's why I wanted to know. And then one other thing. And then so while we're doing our due diligence, once we confirm everything, that's when I would give you the green light to go, hey, go let your tenant know, and then he can move out by the 6th. Does that sound like a plan? I mean, we can make it like the 13th, the day before your graduation, if you want. So that way he has like a full month to move out. I don't know if that would make more sense for you. Whatever's best for you.
Okay. Yes, and actually earlier because I need to fly out on the 13th.
Oh, you're flying out? Where are you going?
It's
is the graduation somewhere else?
Yes, it's in Utah.
Oh, okay. Got it. Then let's shoot for the 6th because that's a Thursday. So that way you guys can get paid that Friday. Worst case scenario, get paid on that Monday, just in case, like with the banks, with the timing and everything.
Okay, that works.
So let's go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and send over the 80 for now. Like I said earlier, like really my gut feeling was just kind of telling me like the 70s, but I understand your situation. I've had tenants like that before. And I know you're going to your graduation, so I definitely want to put as much money as I can in your pocket. All I ask for is just that due diligence period. So in that way I can really get my guys in there and dial in on the numbers. Okay. What is your email address?
Oh, Iris. Sorry.
You go Iris. Okay. But Oh, okay, I see it here. Yeah, that's so. Your first name is Juanita.
Juanita, yes.
Yep,
Mhm,
yep.
Juanita Iris Sanchez.
Okay, Iris. Okay.
Sí,
perfect.
Iris.
All right. Since I have you on here, if you don't mind, just hang in there for like literally 2 more minutes.
Okay.
And then what I'll do is I will send this over to you right now so I can quickly go over it with you from top to bottom. I always just want to make sure that I explain, so that way if you have any questions, I can answer them. So give me 1 sec. My friend Edward has this line that he says all the time when his laptop is moving too slow. I can't remember it to save my life. I think it's something like the computer is running too slow, or he's too slow for his computer. You know, he grew up in the mountains. What can I say?
Oh, I see.
He's a little Oaxacan.
He's a what?
Oaxaca. Do you know what it is?
Oh,
I'm just messing around. Edward's like one of my good buddies. All right, just bear with me. So
is he also from California?
What was that?
Is he also from California?
No, he's in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's in
Where in Texas?
in San Antonio.
Oh, okay, so he's about 4 hours away from me.
Okay. Yeah. By the way, if you don't mind me asking, what got you into getting your doctorate in what was it again? Something communication. Right?
Speech language pathology.
Wow, that's awesome. What got you into that?
Wanting to grow, expand the field. The area of research that I chose is one that not many people touch, which is children with autism, but those that are severely impaired. Especially in our area, that we have very few researchers, and I wanted to target the population that I service here, so that they could also be represented in the research, and more people can look into it and perhaps consider our area as a future research project.
Wow, that is awesome. And you got so what do you do? What are you going to do after this? Once you get your doctorate?
I'm either considering my own business in this particular area that I specialize in, or a combination of that plus academia to give back to future researchers, future students interested in this. I already do clinical instruction for undergrad students and graduate students, but I just wanted to get that extra
if you guys want, I'll
certification.
mute myself because it's just going to be a contract. Edward, you got a few leads came in.
Yep, got it here. Spoke to one of them already, but wasn't a good one. Let's try Meissner.
Please leave your message after the tone followed by the pound key.
Colorado. For some reason, man, I don't know. Colorado doesn't like me. Every time I get a Colorado lead, no bueno for me.
Please leave your message after the tone followed by the pound key.
All right, this is Edward. I was calling Meissner. We had received an inquiry about you wanting to sell a property on Box Street Court. If you are still interested, please feel free to give me a call back. Thanks. Hope this one answers. Her name is Tanisha. It's in Florida. Says emergency reasons.
5, 2,
Condolier.
7, 7.
Condolier. Condolier.
Five, 2, 7, 7, 7,
Man.
3, 9, 6, 0 is not available. The mailbox is full and cannot.
It's full. Yeah, got anybody in the phone? Ken, Tyler? No.
No, I was just texting back and forth with the seller, just sent over termination. That
Oh
was
man.
oh yeah.
Sorry here. Incarcerated. Man. You may want to talk to Caesar about that one. I know about maybe if you could sell her share or something.
So it was weird. So the husband's actually only went on the deed. He just got like he got convicted for like triple murder. And so she was trying to sell it to get some lawyer fees and kind of stay afloat. But and when we
Is this
talked,
in Texas?
yeah,
In Texas.
Yeah.
What's her name?
Christina.
I don't know. I had one similar to that, and we tried going the whole thing in prison, all this stuff. I sent out shit, and
Damn.
yeah, it was a whole shit show.
What's the odds?
Yeah, that's why I was like, wait, is it Texas?
Yeah, so Sarah was her sister who submitted the form. Christina was the wife. So Sarah ring a bell?
No, there was some other names. No.
Yeah. But yeah, so and I asked her because she told me that she was supposed to get power of attorney from him that Friday of when she signed, and so she just it's been about 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks now since he signed. Or since she signed it, she just said she finally got a hold of her and said he's not going to sign it. No way.
Jeez. Are you able to speak to him?
Oh no.
No.
Yeah.
No communication with him.
And I've been doing dispo on that one too, so double waste of time. I had buyers driving by, somebody trying to go by tomorrow to walk it.
Dang.
But next.
Yep, until next. Oh man, I just called mine 3. The first one, she was just looking because came in, respond. She just said stop, and it enabled our like do not disturb on our system. So I just called her, and yeah, she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm on a busy call right now." And she submitted the form like 2 minutes later. I'm like, "Okay, that's bullshit." And then she was like, "Oh," and then obviously she said, "Oh, it's already 10 or something, getting ready for bed." I'm like, "All right, that definitely doesn't add up based on what you told me." And I just told her straight up, "Hey, was this even something that you were considering, like even selling?" "No, not really. Maybe down the road though, but just trying to see a quote."
She could have started there.
I'll still follow up. I like saying, like, when they say that, I was like, I'm not an offer generator. I'm like, I'm not an AI offer generator. I'm like,
They got some free shit now for exactly what you're asking.
Yeah. Go to Zestimate. And even that, you're never gonna get that.
Man. And then my Metro lead that came in was in Hawaii, so I sent that over to Noel. Kind of want to try for one more, and then if that doesn't work, I'll go to iSpeed or $30 property leads. That's what I'm gonna do. I need to get one. I need some good momentum after that because. Let's see. Put it back on. We're gonna cross our fingers. We know it's gonna be a good one. Let's talk that shit into existence. It's gonna be right in the middle of Dallas. I'm calling it. Or it's in the middle of Cleveland for Tyler.
I was thinking Columbus.
Yeah, I'll take that too.
Dude, today I was on the phone with a seller for almost 3 hours and got him to sign. I was like, make sure I'm getting this signed. But it was funny because like I think it took me almost an hour and a half for him to get it assigned. There's a couple things they're going through, but it was a hard. He was an order guy, so it was hard for him to navigate. And I'm like, I have to get this locked up. Like I have to. And dude, we just kept going in circles and circles, and I was just being very stern with him.
Did you say 3 hours?
Yeah, dude, it was 3 hours, dude. This is deal in Tennessee. And I was
Dude,
like,
that's
oh, man,
wild.
this was testing my patience. Caesar was just laughing in the background. I was just like, oh my God.
Did you take a nap after that or something?
Dude, I had to step away. I was like, so like it tested my patience, dude. I was like, oh my God. Like it was a lot. It like drained me.
No, sure.
Yeah. At that point I was like, dude, I'm committing. I gotta get this done.
Dude, sometimes my half-hour calls fail 3 hours. I could imagine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be right back and hope I don't get a live transfer. Give me a second.
Oh.
Live transfer from property leads.
Oh yeah.
Incoming live transfer from property lead.
Nice.
Robert at 11914 Mason Street. Press 1 to accept. We have the homeowner on the line. Please wait a moment to be connected. Please will report line.
Hey, good evening. Is this Robert?
Yes, hi.
Hey, Robert. It's Ken. Looks like you just submitted a form on my website about selling your property on Mesquite Mesa Street.
Yes, sir.
All right. How much are you looking to get for it?
There's equity balance of $204,000, and I would like to walk with as much as possible. So I would like to get, like as much as possible, but like 40,000, 30,000 would be great.
So, what would that make the purchase price? Just so I'm clear.
It would be 244,000. That's 100,000 less than what the estimated value is on the property tax.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about what you've got going on there? Just kind of catch me up to speed.
It's a house with great bones. I lived in here. My partner died from heart attack last year.
Oh, wow.
And, it's just, it's been too much for me to deal with. It needs cosmetics because we've been in it for 10 years, but it needs like a kitchen update and like the bathroom should be updated, I'm sure, to make it turnkey ready. But there's no major problems with it. It's got a pool out back and it had an updated pool pump put in and the halfback system was updated. So, there's lots of great things about it. It's just, it's too big for me. It's a 4-bedroom and, I can't afford it by myself.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I can only imagine. You said your partner died last year. What kind of toll is that taking on you?
I'm really depressed, man. It's hard. We were together 22 years, you know, so,
Wow.
and, you know, it was really hard. He had an aortic dissection here in the living room, and it's just like, yeah, it was hard.
Wow.
But I'm trying to make it through it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that if I could walk with that money, I could kind of rebuild my life, because I went down the rabbit hole of depression, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that was last year. But when you lose somebody like that, it's really nothing to do, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And so, what does rebuilding look like for you? What do you have? How do you see that playing out ideally?
I want to be able to just basically have some comfort, you know, have a little cushion of money and go get a rental somewhere and just kind of start rebuilding my life. Maybe, you know, trying to make friends again, because things have just gotten really sad for me. And I don't know how to explain it. When you lose somebody, it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And so just the thought of having the security to be able to just breathe a little bit, because he is the breadwinner, so it's difficult.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, there's not a lot of support out there to, you know, that. So it's like, and I had no idea that this would happen, you know. I thought we were going to outlive each other, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly didn't think I would outlive him, but it's been crazy.
Yeah, and you said that he was the breadwinner as well. So, and that is kind of
he was the one that kept us comfortable. I mean, I've always worked, but our lifestyle is funded by his job. I mean, he was a doctor, so it's like things are just not the same.
Wow. Yeah, I know you mentioned that you couldn't afford it when it comes to the property itself. What's been the biggest challenge for you?
Well, I mean, you know, honestly, I was spoiled in the sense that I didn't know what it was like to own a home. And so I had things happen like I had a pipe burst and it was up front, and I got a $3,000 water bill. And just progressively, it was all these things started happening that they would deal with, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so I was not equipped to deal with it. And so it just started snowballing, and keeping up with all the bills became massively impossible because, you know, honestly, I think a lot of Americans are living this way, but if you have one major crisis that's over $1,000, it can really offset your finances.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I went from living, you know, a pretty posh life to having it be that serious, you know, because I mean, I don't make the money, like I said, and I just don't have the education to go pull those kind of funds in. So it's like, you know, and I did a forbearance on the property, not knowing what that was. And so that ate up a lot of the equity, because we basically owned this house, and they came in and said, "Oh, you're going through something, let us help you." But it wasn't help. It's like, they didn't tell me that it would just eat up all the equity, you know?
Wow. So how much equity did you have going into that?
Do what?
I said, so how much equity did you have going into that? How has that affected you?
Oh, God. Gosh, I think it was down to like 140, and it's just been ate up. I mean, it's insane. I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, I thought it was like they would just pause the payments. I didn't know that they added interest on top of it, and the payments doubled. It's all this crazy stuff that I signed with Wells Fargo, and it's literally ran the equity that, you know, I mean, I think the last time it was down to like 150 something, but now it's up to 204, and he only died I guess it's been a year and a half now. So, so yeah, it didn't take long. And it's ate up. They penalized me, and I'm just seeing every bit of like my little cushion in this house going away. You know what I mean?
So it's slowly kind of draining you, it sounds like.
Absolutely, yeah. It's hard.
Okay. And it looks like was this property listed for about 2 weeks or so last summer?
I did list it with a company, but The reason why it didn't go through is because they actually let me out of it because I was in grief so badly that I couldn't function.
Mm.
And they were a company that wanted to list it for the full price and stuff, and try to get as much money as possible. But I couldn't do the walkthroughs and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And so they were really good to me though. They let me out of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And
Yeah, they didn't. It wasn't a cash buy deal thing. It was like they wanted to do staging and all this stuff, and I just, I knew I needed to get out, but I didn't know how to, and so yeah, the guy was really, really nice about it. Actually, he wasn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
He was just like, I'm going to do you a favor and let you just be for a little bit. He's like, you don't need to be making decisions. So that's how that went down.
Mm-hmm. That's definitely nice for them to be able to accommodate and understand the situation you had going on there. That's
Well,
it's
it
not.
was rough. I mean, I was pretty bad off. The depression, I've never had depression before, but it got so bad. Like I just stopped going to work. I shut myself in the house type stuff, and just, I don't know. It was so ugly. It was really dark. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you kind of pull yourself up and try to dust yourself off and keep at it, right?
Yeah, that's the best we can do. Sometimes, it's easier said than done.
You're
for
very
sure.
compassionate. I don't know if this is your job or if you're just being really nice to me, but it seems like you're really nice. So thank you.
Oh, no problem, man. I mean, buying homes is just a small part of what we do. This is really about solving problems for the sellers. Anytime someone says they need to sell their home for cash, that means that they're going through something serious. Sometimes it's about just really taking in that situation and being present for them, and then figuring out the best path from there.
Well, yeah, I just appreciate it, man. So thank you.
No, you're very welcome. You're very welcome, Robert.
But yeah, and I am ready. I'm actually clearing out the house now, and I'm ready. I want to close it as fast as possible because I need the money. I mean, things are pretty rough and scary right now for me. So, but just being able to have that peace of mind to be okay would be wonderful.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this: in terms of the forbearance, is that where it's still at now, or what's the current status of the payments and everything?
Oh, it's $204,000 is the current mortgage balance at Wells Fargo.
Mm-hmm. And are you currently making payments, or is it behind now?
Oh, it's not behind. It's got another month, and that's why I'm pushing to do this quickly. Because I talked to the mortgage specialist today, and there's no encumbrances or loans or liens. It's free and clear. It's just got the $204,000 mortgage balance. And she said that, the property, she said, push for 40 to 50. She said if I listed it with a realtor, I could get much more. But because of my situation, she was, empathetic too. And she said, you need to really just look at it like what would be best for you and secure you right now. And so that's kind of where she was at. And she said, she kind of gave me the advice of that. So that's where I came up with the number.
So then, and just so I'm clear, it's in forbearance now, but what happens in another month if it's not sold?
I'm not quite sure. I've never been through this, so she said that the forbearance, I would just start making payments again, I guess. And that's just, I think that's how that works, right? Or if you miss payments, then you start going into foreclosure, right?
Yeah. I wasn't sure if there was any more leniency or if that was kind of the end of the rope that they had extended to you,
Oh, no, they've worked with me, and again, like, they're willing to work with me, she said, but again, it's like, I don't want to do anything else because the equity's getting ate up, and,
right.
And it's just smart to walk now,
And
it's too big. It's a freaking 2,000 square foot house with 2-car garage, and it's just huge. And it's lonely, and he died in here. I don't want to be in here,
Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I know you had mentioned that it's also been difficult to kind of keep up with the property some. So if we were to come in there and kind of handle some of cosmetics and things like that. So that we could relist it on the market. What do you think we might need to put into it?
Again, like the kitchen needs a full update. I mean, I've lived in it for 10 years, so the bathrooms need to be updated, and paint throughout, like the cosmetic stuff. The flooring probably needs to be done. I mean, it needs an update. It's not turnkey ready at all, but it's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's actually a really nice house.
Mm-hmm.
It's really nice, actually.
Okay.
And it's got great bones. I know there's like nothing wrong with it. Like the stuff that you're scared of, like the what is it? What's the F word? What is it? The concrete base of it or whatever.
Oh, the foundation.
The foundation.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I mean, I've had it inspected. There's nothing like scary wrong with it. It's just like the garage door is janky. It needs to be replaced, and there's stuff that's just wear and tear, but it's nothing major. And which is I'm not at all the mechanic or anything. So like doing that stuff is just not my job. That's what he did.
Okay, thank you for painting that picture for me. So, I mean, it sounds like the most important thing for you is to get something out of the property before this whole process kind of drains you of everything, So.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's say that you get the property sold. What's the plan once you sell it? Do you have something lined up already, or what's that look like for you?
I'm living somewhere else.
Okay.
I found a smaller house with a landlord, and I moved out of here like 2 months ago. And so that's another concern for me, is having this vacant, is people seeing that nobody's living here. People come in and they do that. What is that word? Bandos or whatever. And they flip the house, and I don't want that nightmare to happen to me. You know what I mean? Because I need to get out and find something that was not here, and I did that, and I'm happy where I'm at, but I definitely don't want to be paying the mortgage on here and trying to balance all that. I mean, it'll be so hard,
So are you going to stay in that property that you're currently living in once this one sells? Just kind of use this for.
Yeah, I just want to have a cushion, It's a much smaller house. It's only a 2-bedroom, and it's a 1930s build. It's much less than the mortgage was. I mean, I only paid $900 a month for it, and it's doable. It's definitely not this house. I mean, like having moved from here to that house, I'm telling you, this house is so nice. Like, because it just is. Because the house I'm in now is a 30s build, and it's interesting, some of the quirks that it has and the ways that I've had to sacrifice and get used to living, but it's like night and day different,
So were you actually on the loan for this as well, like on the deed on the hook with Wells Fargo, or was it just your partner?
Oh no, I'm the one that's on that's mine. Like it's mine, free and clear. It's Robert Stewart Rifle.
Okay.
So yeah, there's nobody else on there. It's just my house.
Okay.
So I don't need any other signatures or anything. Because I know that was one of the big scary things for them last time. And so I know for a fact that it's good to go.
Okay. And then if we were to go ahead and do the work that it needs and get it ready for the market, what do you think it might be able to sell for on the other side?
Oh, well, what it's valued at, and what the houses have been selling for here of equivalent value. I just got the property tax, and it said it was $345. So yeah, and they've been. I mean, are you from San Antonio or no?
No, sir. I'm based out of North Carolina, but we help sellers all over. And then I do have a partner that's local there. His name's Edward. Yep.
Yeah. Well, this is a great area. It's right by UTSA, which is the university. And what they've been doing is they've been scooping these houses up, and they fix them up right, and they put them turnkey ready, but they rent them out room for room to the students. and the students are paying up to the $1,500 a room right now. So that's what they've been doing in this neighborhood with the houses that sell. So I mean, and they sell pretty quick, as you can see. So it's actually really, it's a upper middle class neighborhood. It's not bad.
And what school did you say it was by?
UTSA, University of Texas San Antonio. It's less than a mile commute to the university campus.
Okay, I see. And then, just out of curiosity, when this does come out of forbearance, how much were the mortgage payments on this?
The mortgage payments were, I had it locked in at $1,600.
Okay. Okay. And so the payments are current right now. I'm looking at this through a couple of different lenses here. That as a flip, I think that you said we can get it to 345, right?
Yeah.
And we're looking at about 2,000 square feet. I mean, just
Yeah, it's 2,050. 4 bedrooms.
yeah. As a flip, the numbers would be a little bit tight if we bought it at 235. And the reason why is because given the size of this, we're probably looking to put in about 50 to 60 in repairs, and including the kitchen and all that. And then we'll have the closing costs. We'll obviously have the mortgage and the utilities while we're doing the rehab, you know. Honestly, our all-in cost at 235 would be 326 to sell it at 345, hopefully, and have to pay a realtor out of that, you know.
Yeah, I see what you think.
Yeah, but as a rental, I'm thinking maybe there is a path forward there. I'm just kind of playing with some numbers here on my end and trying to see if there is a way where we can get you out of this situation, help you with your fresh start, and make it profitable for one of my investors. Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
This is
I mean, I want everybody to win here. I understand you guys are going to have to invest money to fix it and stuff, but I also, you know, I looked at fixing it myself, and I had a contractor come in and he said, with everything getting turnkey ready, he said he could do it for less than $30,000. And he said, because there was nothing majorly wrong, and it's not like been abused. So, you know, but, you know, I understand that you guys have your way of doing it, and so I want you to win too, you know?
yeah.
But,
Yeah, I'm looking through the numbers here now, and ultimately that is what it's about. You know, if everyone can kind of accomplish what it is they're looking to do.
sure. I mean, I really, truly just need to walk with a cushion. That's really all I really want, is just to have some security to kind of rebuild, you know?
Absolutely. What's the about how much is that guy charging you for rent at the new place?
How much is he charging me for rent? $900.
Yes, sir. Okay. Well, that's definitely a relief from the 1,600 you're currently on the hook for, you know?
Yeah, definitely. And the electricity goes less. I mean, this is a big house. And so, you know, having a pool, you know, that costs money. And so all those things, like those monthly expenses, will go away. So that'll be lovely.
Hey, Ed, are you saying if we were to just take this off for the mortgage balance?
Yeah, this is just an anchor. See what he says, and then afterwards, dude, honestly, I think we just best we probably do is like 210, 215, bro, most on this.
Okay. All right.
Just say that part first and see what he says. You're muted.
For the last 10 years, so.
Okay. You say
We're gonna go ahead and pull the plug and do it.
you guys? Did you say you've been trying to move there for the last 10 years?
Well, I mean, the end goal has always been, to retire to the country somewhere, to retire on the lake somewhere.
I see. Okay. And what got you guys finally pulling the trigger now?
Yeah.
Well, just time, man, she's working remotely. I can travel to work if I want to work, see I've earned me about twice as much, so. I just had the blood clots removed a couple weeks ago. She wants me to hang it up, so.
You just got some. Did you say you just got some blood clot removed?
I had 3 of them removed.
Oh, jeez, man. Well, I'm glad you're okay, brother.
Yeah, me too.
Dude.
I didn't have long with them.
Oh my gosh. So what was it, like a mini heart attack that happened, or a stroke?
No, I feeling bad, really, really, really bad for a couple of days. Her and my daughter finally convinced me to go to the emergency room. So I went and they did some scans and they found 2 big clots in my lungs and 1 in my leg.
Jeez, she saved your life.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh man, is that kind of like the breaking point? Kind of like the not breaking point, the eye-opening moment was like, we got to do something.
No, I've been off for the last. I think suffering the effects of these blood clots for the last year. I mean, I haven't worked since the beginning of last year. I filed for my disability and all that.
Can't take your call now.
Thinking it was just congestive heart failure. I have congestive heart failure also. Thinking that's what it was. I just figured I didn't have long left. And, so to find out it was blood clots was pretty surprising.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I've been running a hot shot delivery service for the last 6-8 months. And I'm just going to relocate and try to find me some carriers up there to run with and call it even.
Okay. Well, Terrence, one thing I always tell folks is I'm a little bit different. What I mean by that is I genuinely love to help people out, and my goal is to try to get you to Converse as quick as possible in your time frame with as much as I absolutely can in your pocket. That being said, it is, I am an investor, so it is a business, and I just got to make sure that I can be fair. And when I say fair, I don't mean hit a home run. I'm talking about just keeping the lights on and just getting the first base, And if I can do that while helping you folks out, I mean, those are the type of stories I love to talk about, around the barbecue with my brothers. So if you don't mind me asking, I'm just looking at just a few other houses in your neighborhood right now. If you don't mind me asking, if we were to do something here, like what's the ideal timeline, ideal solution for you folks? Like what is it that you want to happen, just so that I can make sure I can make it as convenient as possible for you folks,
The next 60 days, I think it's probably the time frame we're looking at. I mean, we're going to be moving. Before that, we have a grandchild staying with us who's going to be starting school, and we want her to start in Converse, and that's going to be in August. So, I guess you could put, as soon as we could, it would be fair, but, I understand it's probably not going to happen tomorrow or the next day or whatever.
Oh, yeah, no, especially if you folks still live there, I want to make sure you guys have a place to move to. I always say I'm a human being first versus an investor. So that's why I ask these questions, because I just want to make sure that we line it up so that it's within your time frame,
Right. Right.
Yeah, and by the way, just to let you know, we can close as soon as title clears, but we can also do a 60-day close if need be. So, for example, if we were to agree on a price, like we can get an agreement for like a 60-day close or sooner. You know what I mean? So that way, if you guys are ready to rock and roll in 45 days, we're good to go. If you're ready to rock and roll in 25 days, we're good to go. And if you need the full 60, we're okay with that too.
The house in Converse is already set up. I mean, everybody to be out here would just be better than taking the clothes. And of course, you know, the furniture and all that would have to be moved. But I'm not taking very much of it with me. I'm giving quite a bit of it to my niece and to my nephew and my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we can move pretty quickly. We can be out of the house pretty quick.
Okay.
I mean, because the house up there is already, there's already couches and stuff like that. It's livable. It's ready to be lived in.
It's okay. And you said it's the one that your wife just inherited, right?
Right now?
You said you guys inherited it, so it's not like you have a mortgage or anything like that at all?
No. So there's no mortgage on either one.
Oh, that's beautiful. Man, once again, not too many people can say that. You're just blessed, man.
Yeah, I owe some property taxes on this one, but.
Oh, you do? How much do you owe on the property taxes?
I think it's 22.
22? Okay. Do you owe anything else? Are there any other judgments, any other liens? Okay. So if we do move forward to this, obviously that 22 gets paid first, right? Like title's gonna be able to pull that up.
Yes.
Exactly. Once that's paid off, I mean, how much do you folks need in your pocket so that you guys can move over to Converse?
We would just say, I was looking to get 130 for the house, so whatever would be left.
Okay, the 108.
Yeah. After that, whatever the final, sell price would be, minus what I owe on the property taxes, of course. I understand that, and I inherited most of that debt from my mother, but the property had the taxes before. Anyway, once the property tax was satisfied, whatever would be left.
I see. Okay. Absolutely. So let me ask you, because I'm looking right now, if you don't mind, I'm going to change the subject a little bit. As far as the house is concerned, what's the bedroom and bathroom count on this?
3 bedroom, 1 bath.
It's
one car garage.
1 car garage, you said?
Yes. Covered patio, 10 by 20, I think is what it is.
Okay.
So it's patio cover is aluminum with gutter.
Okay. And let me ask you this. As far as the condition of the property, like if I were to walk in there, what's the situation, right? Talk to me about it a little bit, if you don't mind.
There's hardwood floors underneath carpet. Carpet needs to be removed. The carpet's I don't know, probably 30 years old or so. I had intended to remove the carpet and probably redo the hardwood floors, but I just haven't gotten to it. But the carpet needs to be replaced and it needs paint. Could use some coat of paint inside, outside vinyl siding, aluminum soffit.
Okay. Now let's say I come in there and I fix all of that up. How much do you think I can put it on the market for?
The house across the street, his address. But he has it listed in it, and now this is through a realtor. They've got it listed for 160, which I don't think they'll see.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll sell that at 160.
It's on the tax. This house, my house, is on the tax roll, I think, for 149 or something like that. I don't think that's realistic either.
Man, there's so many counties that's been sued lately just because they've been inflating that number just to get some tax money.
It's ridiculous, man. The property taxes on this house is according to the county. from right at probably just below 100 or something like that to 140 in the last 5 years. I mean, it's just been insane what it's gone up. I think it's gone up 8% or something along them lines.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if you were to take a wild guess, and if you don't know, it's okay, by the way. I'm looking it around, but if you were to take a wild guess after I fix it, how much do you think I can sell it for?
I don't think 130 would be. I mean, with property values being what they are right now in this area, I don't think that 130 is out of the question. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't. I'm not a realtor either. I don't know realistically what houses are actually going for.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. And Terrence, I got to tell you, and I'm so sorry, man. I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, that's fine. I was just gonna say that one of my other options is there's a whole lot of refining work going on right now in this area, and leasing it out is one of my options. You know, I think I'm really kind of trying to avoid that because I don't want to be 2.5 hours away. I have problems here, you know, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no, I completely understand. Okay. So I'll tell you this, man, Terrence, I think you're actually pretty dead on the money on that one. The reason why I say, and you can look this up, it's online, 303 South 4th Street and a half.
Yeah, it's on the street.
Yep.
Right next to me.
This one is like newly rehabbed, man, like HGTV, you know, looks like Chip and Joanna Gaines mixed it. But this one, brand new kitchen, brand new bathroom. This one is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, 1,890 square feet. Just sold for 145,000.
And
so
that's a lot more. That's a lot more square footage than I got.
That's what I'm saying. A lot more square footage, and it's got 1 more bedroom and 2 more bathrooms. So that's what I'm saying. Your guess of like 130. The 130 would be like the top end, because usually like each bathroom is about 5,000 on the value, and then each bedroom is about 10, right? So with a 4.3 versus a 3.1, that's really about $20,000 less. So I'm probably looking at like 125, 130 if I do like bang up job and I can sell it for that, you know. Now
all these houses over here basically saying they were all built in the mid to late 50s. They all started off pretty much the same, 1-car garage, 2 or 3 bedrooms. Now people are taking in the garages. Everybody pretty much has a poured patio right out the back. And people would push the back wall back to encompass the patio back there, giving them more living space, more kitchen areas, dining room areas, blah 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 blah. So yeah, I mean, I know that there's quite a few of those around here also, you know, that have been remodeled. In other words, this one never.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
As far as structural stuff like that.
Absolutely. Now, if you were to take a wild guess, and once again, if you don't know, that's totally fine. If you were to take a wild guess, how much do you think I need to sink into this so that I can sell it for 130?
I wouldn't know, man. I really wouldn't. The cabinets are the original cabinets. They've been, of course, painted over and all that. But they are the still built in place cabinets. I just don't know.
No words.
I had plans at one time, you know, to reface the cabinets, order new doors and drawer fronts and all, but you know, I just don't think thinking. For me, I don't want to stay, since I'm not going to stay here anyway. You know, I have no intention of staying in this area, so I mean, making the investment would just be, I don't think, the right thing to do.
Yeah, I completely understand. I agree with you on that one. So if you don't mind, I'd like to just kind of explain what I'm seeing in the market, how I'm looking at it. just so that at least you understand where I'm coming from. And if we make something happen, great. If not, we'll part ways as good friends. No harm, no foul. Does that sound fair to you?
Sure.
Cool. So a couple of things, man. First and foremost, let's assume for a second that I do not have to do a single thing in there, which you already said that it needs to be, updated, right? But let's assume for a second I don't. If I buy this off you at 130 and then I turn it around the very next day, put it on the market for 130 and it sells, I mean, I'm upside down just from the get-go, right?
Right.
So I just want to be fully transparent. That 130 is just, unfortunately, I won't be able to do it.
Hey, look, that's fine, man. When I say 130, I'm going off of what I've seen others houses sell for, what he's listed for across the street. That's not a concrete number, man. I mean, I'm looking to get the very best I can get out of it. Okay? You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like yeah, absolutely.
If that's down around 90 or something, then that's down around 90. I mean, I'm not. I understand that you're an investment deal. You're saying, hell, man, I don't work for free either.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. So if you don't mind, I'd like to just quickly explain to you. So right now, just based on your square footage, it's like 1,168 square feet is what I'm seeing online right now.
Right.
The way you explained the condition of the property, it seems like, yeah, it needs some TLC as far as like updating to make it look 2026, but it also also doesn't sound like it's a gut distressed property. You know what I mean? So the way I'm looking at it, I'm looking at more of kind of like a medium rehab, right? And so for a medium rehab, especially out of Texas, it's already costing us anywhere from $20 to $25 a square foot. So something like that for medium rehab, right from the get-go, man, just from straight up square footage wise, it's already going to cost about $30,000 just to get it caught up to 2026 so that I can sell it for 130.
All right.
Okay. And
Nice.
oops, I'm sorry. What was that?
I'm my dog, man. Go ahead.
Oh,
I'll start with my dog.
Nice. And so I just gotta kind of like work the numbers backwards from there. So then on top of that 30, I've got business expenses, which I'm sure you don't care about. At the end of the day, it's just my closing cost times 2 because I gotta pay for it when I buy it off you. And then when I sell it, I gotta hire those realtors that love to dance on TikTok, right? And then I've got holding costs, the whole shebang. Either way, that's about 20% of what I can resell it for. So that's gone. And then just for me, man, just for me to be able to keep the lights on, if I spend $30,000, for example, on a rehab, I just need to be anywhere between 20 to 30 on paper. The reason being is because once we walk in there and we start taking things apart, that $30,000 can easily jump up. And when it does, it eats up on that 30K profit that I'm looking at. I may just walk away with 10 at the end of it all. Does that make sense? Yeah. And so, like I mentioned to you earlier in the beginning of our conversation, I am a bit different. And what I mean by that is I do want to give as much as I absolutely can, give you the best offer. That being said, I just got to be fair to my business at the same time. And so if I come up with a number here, I just want to make sure that it helps you and puts you and your family in a better position. So if you don't mind me asking, Terrence, you can probably tell by now, I talk with my cards face up, right? Like I'm a straight shooter here. So if you don't mind me asking, just level with me for a second. I mean, what is it that you guys are absolutely trying to accomplish by selling this?
Well, I've got some work I need to do with the house and convert stuff. I've got some subflooring that needs to be repaired. I've just got some work up there I want to do to it, and I want to do it, when I have the opportunity to, which would be from profits from the sale of the house to get it done, get it over with, and not have to worry about it in older, years.
Of course. And how much is that going to cost you?
I don't know. I haven't even explored that. The floor is still holding right now. What happened was a conditioning drain pan overran. Got the floor wet, the subfloor is soft.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know what it's going to cost to repair it right now. I really don't.
Okay. So, well, let me ask you this. Maybe I can help you out and at least give you like a little bit of an estimate. Obviously, I haven't seen your Converse property, right? So please take it with a grain of salt. But what's the square footage of that house?
I think it's right at 2,000.
Right at 2,000?
It's a double wide. It's a double wide. Right?
Oh, it's a double wide trailer?
Yeah.
2,000 square feet?
Yeah, something around more. What it is, though.
Okay. Do you have the address of that Converse address? I can pull it up and see what the square footage.
1140. Yeah.
All right, let me pull this up, man. Let me see if I can help you out, brother. Just bear with me, okay? 1146, and it's a trailer home, right?
Yeah.
How old is the trailer?
1999.
Oh, my man, you got a good deal there. If you had said older than 1990, I'd be like, oh man, you're gonna need a lot. Oh, this actually it shows your 2003 build.
2003. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. I see it. So it's 1,736 square feet.
Yeah.
Okay. And you said you've seen the place. It's not a gut,
Oh,
is
yeah.
it?
It is not what?
It's not a full gut or anything, is it?
Oh, no, man. Well, her mom and dad were retired when they bought that place. It was just the two of them that lived in.
Okay. So let me ask you this, man. Just for as far as my expertise, and I've been doing this for quite some time, and I do buy trailer homes as well, especially on owned land. Usually, trailer homes, when it comes to fixing them, it's cheaper than fixing a house, right? Just because of the materials. For 1,736 square feet. Once again, let's assume for a second it's a medium rehab. It's probably going to cost you anywhere from $15 to $20 a square foot. So, go ahead.
Yeah, I think the last square footage estimate I think was 12 or 13, and that's been a year or two ago, or 3, you know.
Yeah. So looking at that, man, if I do the math, like anywhere between $15 to $20 a square foot, just based on the square footage that I'm seeing online, that's probably going to cost you about $30,000 tops to fix that, where it's like more than livable, where it's like you got 2026 standards.
Right.
You know? So I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah, so I guess my question to you is if, and I'm not sure yet if I can make this work, but if I can make it work where I give you enough money to fix your Converse house and pay the taxes that you owe here, I mean, that's something that achieves your goal and puts you in a better position than you are today.
Yeah, it's something I need to talk over with my wife, but yeah. That's a possibility.
Okay. And if you don't mind me asking, when you say you got to talk to your wife about it, and just so that I can have it on my notes so that I can be more prepared, in our next call, like what is there to talk about with your wife, especially if it's
You just gotta see what she thinks about
okay. I mean, it's
it. You know, see what her thoughts are. I mean, ultimately, it's my decision, but
okay. Yeah, of course. I mean, I used to have a partner, and then, I never liked sleeping. I never liked sleeping on the couch, man. So I get it. Yeah. I was just wondering, just because. Yeah, you don't want to go through that again, right? So the reason I was asking is I just wanted to make sure, like, if I needed to talk to both of you folks, I mean, I'd love to do that. I just explain. Okay. So I guess let me ask you this. I mean, if we were to have a crystal ball here, I mean, if we can close on this on your time frame, I can offer you not only convenience but flexibility. Meaning, if you guys ready to close in 20 days, we can do that. If you need to close in 60 days, I can do that, right? And then, and you folks just take whatever you want to take with you, leave behind what you don't want, meaning you don't have to fix a single thing, right? I'll buy it as is, and I'll pay all the closing costs, no realtor fees. The only thing you guys will be responsible for would be those taxes and any prorated taxes and prorated utilities, and that's it. And so if I can pay that $22,000 of back taxes that you're talking about, and then give you folks enough money to have a 2026 trailer when you go to Converse and fix that up so that you guys have a 2026 standard, I mean, is that something that would, I mean, how would that feel? Like, would that be good for you folks?
Well, I mean, like I said, see what else you had in mind as far as stuff, she wanted done and all that. Like I said, we might be able to make it work.
Okay. And by the way, I'm not asking you for any decision. I'm just, just having a conversation just to even see if it's worth another phone call, because like I said, I just want to make sure that if we were to do something, I want to make sure that it helps you folks out and it achieves your goal. And so besides paying off that $22,000 and having enough money for the Converse trailer, what other things, and I know you're going to talk to your wife, but for you, what are the things that you want to accomplish? Are there anything else that you want to make sure that that's taken care of?
That's it.
That's pretty much it, huh?
Yeah, let me talk to her and make sure, I got it all covered.
Okay. And what are some of the things that you think she might say, like if she says yes or no? Like if there's a chance of her saying no, why do you think that would be?
I really don't know off the top of my head.
Okay.
The one that sees no, who knows?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, and I'm not here to like twist anyone's arm. That's just not my style. Like I told you earlier, if we do something, we do something. We don't, we don't. I just want to make sure that like I hear you loud and clear, and that if we have something that I don't mind chasing if there's something to chase, but if there's not, like I'd rather know as well, so in that way I don't waste your time and I don't become a pest. You know what I mean? Just want to be respectful.
So when I talk to her, I'm telling her, you covering back taxes of 22 or what, whatever, and then 30,000 right?
Cash as is. I'll close whenever you want me to close.
Right.
You don't
we don't pay any closing costs.
You don't pay any closing costs, no realtor fees, and you guys just take whatever you want to take with you and leave behind what you don't want.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's talk to her and see if that's something, if she thinks it's our best interest.
Okay, and then what's the best time for me to call you folks back?
Evening like this, necessarily this late. I know it's kind of late, but I don't know what time to go. Evening after 6.
After 6 p.m. is good for you folks?
Yes, standard. Yeah.
After 6 p.m. Okay. And then, actually, you know what? I just thought of this. Would you be? I think this would be good. I'm sorry, my brain kind of just froze there for a second. If you don't mind, what I'd actually like to do is, why don't I send over my 2-page agreement, which is really just kind of like my official offer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. And then in that way, you when you talk to your wife, you guys have something to talk about. You have something to like feel, look, smell. You know what I mean? And then you guys sleep on it. If it's something where you're like, hey, let's go ahead and move forward with that. That takes care of all of our not problems, but things that you want to achieve. Then you just go ahead and sign it. And if you don't, just all I ask for is just one more phone call with you, so at least we can just have one more conversation. Does that sound fair to you?
Good.
Okay, and then let me ask you, Terrence, who is on title for this one?
sell that property?
Okay. I am going to. It's in foreclosure.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. That was not presented to me. How much are you looking to get for it?
You're probably not gonna like it, but I need at least 410.
410. All right. Why don't you think I would like that?
Because most people want to do only like 380 or no more than that.
Okay. Well, I guess what happens if you don't get the 410?
The house gets sold 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Well, we're going to try our best to avoid that, right?
Well, I guess I really don't want to sell it, but circumstances say otherwise.
No, that's definitely a tough situation. You mind catch me up to speed a little bit? What's kind of, I guess, gotten us to this point?
I'm 73. I've been here almost 5 years. My doctor put me on some medication that had a copay of $2,000. And that was one medication. I have 3.
Oh my goodness.
The medication, it's been 2 years. And I'm on Social Security. Medication, ate up most of my income, and I was scammed by a man out of all my money. And I can't even think right now. Anyway, that's what happened.
Wow, that is.
I bought the house 5 years ago in October. Because my husband had Alzheimer's and he canceled our long-term care insurance before he retired. And I didn't know at that point that he had done it or that he had Alzheimer's. And his care was I had to sell my house on 58. My custom house on 58 because he was a woodworker. I had to sell that to pay for his care, which was $8,000 a month. So I bought this house as is. It went on the market at 7 o'clock on a Saturday night 5 years ago. And I was going to look at it and another house, a new house. And at 9 o'clock the next morning, the new house was sold. And there were 4 offers on this one. But the people who owned this house bought it brand new, lived in it till they were 90. And we all had to write letters. And they took my letter. They decided it was me. So okay, I bought as is. He was a do-it-yourselfer. He did things like the groundwater pump underneath. It's a tri-level. The groundwater pump under the living room. He used an orange utility cord and cut the ends off, and that's what he used to wire the utility cord. Yeah, so the electrical had to be brought up to date. The electrical box, you literally, when you open the door, to check the fuses and you could touch bare wires. It was, So that, and aluminum wiring. Oh my God, my dad was an electrician. It was a nightmare. So the electrical was brought up to code. The plumbing was brought up to code. Two of the toilets and two of the bathrooms have been replaced, and faucets. The plumbing under the kitchen sink, which was a nightmare, and it all be redone. The furnace was 36 years old. The water heater was 24 years old. Those had to be replaced. I put solar panels on the house, which I wish I hadn't done.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
The windows were the builder's windows from the 1970s, and it was like sitting outside when the wind blew. So the windows, I replaced the windows with Anderson windows, which cost me a bundle. Pulled up the carpeting in the living room and put down wood floors. Carpeting was the original carpeting from the 1970s. Was nasty. Let me see. I think maybe that's it. Maybe. There are two bedrooms still with carpet in them that I didn't get to before my money was gone. There are a few cosmetic things that needs to be fixed. If I was going to be here, there are 3 bathrooms. They're all three-piece bathrooms. 2 just have showers. 1 has a tub with the shower. And I would redo those bathrooms. And I would pull out the kitchen cabinets. They're from the 70s. I mean, they're still usable, but and I replaced all of the appliances. All of the appliances were from 1980 because the things like the stove did not work.
Wow.
The refrigerator, wow. So I replaced all of the appliances. So basically, the house is move-in ready, with the exception of the fact that the yard needs work. Because I don't do yard work. I'm 73. I'm disabled. I can't do yard work anymore.
Yeah.
So my backyard looks like a jungle. The weeds and the thistles I'm 5'3", and they're above my head.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean it's like the birds love it.
I'm sure.
It's a great place for birds, but not for my dogs. So my credit rating went from like 780, 740 down to, in the last few years, went down to like 410. It's now, I think TransUnion had it the other day at 461. So for me to find a place to rent, and I have 2 dogs, it's going to be near impossible. My daughter lives in Newport, Oregon, and she wants me to move closer because I'm old and falling apart. Those are her words. And she's right. So, I'm going to have to figure out a way to, I'm still going through boxes. I moved from a 2,800 square foot house into an 1,800 square foot house. And I got out, I got out of that house just before I ran completely out of money to take care of my husband. So I moved everything because it was me by myself. So I have a garage full of boxes that I'm starting to go through because we were married, we were high school sweethearts, and we were married for over 50 years.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So the grief process was longer than I anticipated. I'm just starting a couple weeks ago, before I found out that the house was going to be sold on the 24th. I just started going through boxes. So in order for me to, I'm going to walk away with nothing because of the loans for all of these the upgrades.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can see that's attached to the house, the loan for the solar panels is attached to the solar panels. So between the loans and what I owe, and I just had a modification.
Mm-hmm.
June was to have been the first month of the modification,
Mm-hmm.
and the payment was to have been in by the 30th. And my pension check, because my bank account got hacked and had to change banks and change direct deposit, my pension check didn't hit the bank until after the 30th, so I lost the loan modification.
Mm.
That's why the house is in foreclosure.
Oh my goodness.
So it's a lovely story, isn't it? I'm going to be living under the Monroe Street Bridge, I think.
No.
But at least I'll have running water, you know. So for me to move to go through everything in the house, pick out what I want to take with me, donate the rest, or maybe, you know, I can't even have an estate sale right now because everybody that does that is booked up through like October. So, you know, for me to sell the house and move, I have to have, I'm not even going to have the money to move. And in Newport, Oregon, a 590 square foot rental is like $2,000 a month.
Mm.
Yeah. So, you know, I would try to stay in Spokane maybe, but she's gonna bitch at me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna hear from her.
Yeah.
But so, you know, I have a lot to figure out in the next 2 weeks.
Mm. That is a lot for anyone. I can only imagine.
Well, and I'm, you know, this neighborhood is highly desirable at this point. A lot of old people are dying and moving, and a lot of young families with kids are moving in because, and I live on the corner of Altamont and 48,
Mm-hmm.
right across the street from the soccer field. And there's a park in the soccer field. And it's a very popular area for young families with kids.
Mm-hmm.
So, and my mortgage consultant that sends me a home bot, and he tells me that this house is worth between $447 and $464.
Mm-hmm.
So, and yes, it's gonna need some cosmetic work.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I stand.
Wow.
So I'm telling you that you're going to say, I can't do this. not at 410. I mean, I already know.
Yeah.
Because, you know, I check the real estate. I check to see what things are going for. So I know that a house down the street sold for $450,
Mm-hmm.
five, and another for $510 in the last year and a half.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too.
So, I mean, it is doable if it's marketed right, but you know, it's going to take me. Once it's sold, I'm going to have to ask if I can stay here for another month just to go through boxes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't, you know, I can tell you that the garage is full of boxes. Some of those boxes weigh probably, you know, a couple 300 pounds because they're boxes of books. My husband loves books, and I have got big boxes of books. I have got boxes of. He had a 20 by 30 inch. He had a 20 by 30 foot shop. He was a woodworker. There's still some stuff out there that needs to be done. There are 2 sheds in the backyard. One is an old utility shed, Metal's utility shed, that needs to be torn down and taken out. That's not a big deal. The other shed was a do-it-yourselfer kind of thing that this fellow built. And it needs to be torn down too. It's an eyesore. It's awful.
Hey, this one's not going to be a deal. I'll unmute. I'll mute.
Things outside are, the front yard is
All right, man. I just had a call with Southern Oklahoma, and she was motivated, but yeah, that just the area there, she was just being unrealistic, and this one was a little bit tougher to try to get some of those leads. She was kind of really holding on to that, and it's a weird situation because the daughter was living there. She hasn't been living there or the owner hasn't been living there since November. She moved out, does need a lot of maintenance work, which she's having confrontations with the daughter anyways, and it's her house and she's trying to sell it. And it was just some complications going on there, and she was still asking too much. So I think I got her down. She was asking 150, went down to 90, but I still had to be at like, I think I had offered her 40. But yeah, that's probably like the best I could do on that one. So far, I think that was like the only conversation I've had. The other ones, either I had scheduled for tomorrow in the morning, and then had 2 no answers, and then 1 that was not really interested.
It's his friend?
Yeah.
Your best friend?
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't want to be mean to you?
Mm-hmm. Here.
Mommy, she's so lucky.
She's so lucky, Mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I know she's mad. She told me go see. She told me that.
She told you that?
Yeah, give her blah.
No.
Why?
Because.
She's gonna get
And so my only concern, once again, I'm not afraid of the price point. My only concern is that, like, one of your neighbors, and I know you know this guy, 698 Ka'upakolua Road. So literally on your road, just down the street from you.
Wait, let me think. Just a second. 698. I know there's a house was there, and I think they want 1.4, but it's a tiny house.
This one is sold already. This one sold towards the end of last year. It is.
But there's a new one around that neighborhood, like very close to my house.
Okay.
It's on the market right now for 1.4. But tell me about that house. Tell me.
Yeah. So this one sold for 1.585. Okay.
Yeah.
2,076 square feet house, 110,207 square feet lot. So it's
that's small, right?
No, yours is 123,000. So there's only 10,000.
Oh yeah. Can you talk to me in the acres?
Oh yeah. So yours is about 3 acres or so, right? 43.
Yeah. 2.85.
2.85. So theirs is like 2.6, 2.7. So practically the same. Right, it's not a big difference. And that one sold for 1.585. And this is a rehab property.
Oh wow. Well, mine is not the rehab.
So that's where I'm trying to get at. Is my only concern is, if let's say I buy this and I rehab it, I can only sell it for about 1.6. That's what the market bears right now. And so if I buy this off you at 1.6, 1.8, before I write the check, I'm already 6 figures in in debt. I'm already upside down.
Yeah, but when you're talking about rehab, what do you mean by that?
I gotta.
It's about the houses. The main house is cedar home. You know, like your pineapple. So
Well,
there's no
but-
rehabbing to do.
Well, let me ask you a question, sir. Let's assume for a second.
Mhm.
Let's assume for a second I sell you or maybe one of your kids one of my newly rehabbed house, and I charge your kids 1.8. Do you want me to sell them a 1990 house, or do you want me to sell them a 2026 house for 1.8 million?
Well, it depends. For me, land is important. Location is important. So that's why I bought this property, because I didn't care. You know, originally there was a 640 square foot house, small house on a basically 3 acre, right? So at that time, I'm like, yeah, I'll do it. And then eventually 20 years ago, the house burned down. So a new one, almost the same, was rebuilt, but 700 square foot. And then I had the other one built, that 1,000 square foot house built, right? So for me, luxury is not that important. I'd rather have location being cool, you know?
Absolutely. And I completely understand that. And I wish.
I mean, I hate those houses in Walea and all those things.
I know what you mean. Brother, I'll tell you, you and I are very much alike. The only problem is, once I buy this off of you, you're not going to buy it back from me. Unfortunately, the people
I
know, but the point is the people that.
The only reason I want to sell, the only reason I'm very cozy where I am. The only thing is I want to have a change of life, and I want to eventually move to Europe.
Oh, nice.
Where I'm from Belgium originally, but I have assets in France. So, and also, believe it or not, Iran is a beautiful country. I want to go there too. Even during wartime, it doesn't matter. It's like so nice over there.
Okay.
If you saw what they have over there, it's like, you know Maui or not?
I do. I'm actually gonna go ahead.
Okay, you know that fancy mall in Kihei?
Yeah.
No, in Walea.
Walea.
It's nothing compared to what I've seen in Iran. It's just amazing. They have underground, biggest mall in the world, and all that stuff. I didn't realize the propaganda that we are under here. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. And you know, they tell you women have to cover their head and stuff. Half of them don't. It's just like we're not being told the truth yet. But anyway, that's beside the point. I think America is not a good place to live anymore, honestly.
It's changed a lot.
It's going to get worse and worse.
It's changed a lot.
It's going to change a lot. Too many homeless. Did you see Maui, the homeless population?
Oh, I saw that. I was there 2 years ago. It's crazy.
Yeah. Gradually, it's getting worse and worse. Fortunately, the crime rate not too much, but
yeah,
it's concerning. You know?
Well, let me ask you something real quick. So you said you want to go to Europe.
Sure.
Like when are you planning to go there?
No, it's just I'm not in any rush, you know. So yeah, I'm not rushing. I don't have to rush anywhere, so it's all good.
And how much do you need to go to Europe?
Well, you know, I'm 63 now, so enough so I can retire peacefully, and also I have to factor the tax. You know, like how does that work? Because I told you, Noel, like you know how they have those. That's so funny. 1031 exchange. I just found a business card that says 1031 exchange. That's what I was looking for. I remember they were saying that if you, regardless you buy, you don't buy. A lot of people make the mistake. They think after paying the tax that they think they owe, they get another bill a year later. Maybe it's federal or state. I don't know. And then they don't have the money anymore because I don't know. I remember that part, but I don't remember why. And then by the time you pay taxes, like 45% on your profit, something like.
Yeah, you're talking about capital gains.
Yeah. So.
Well, can I ask you, do you own this outright, or do you still owe money on this?
No, I have a private mortgage on it, $550,000 on it.
550. Okay. So if for some reason we agree on something that works for you, works for me, obviously that 550 gets paid off first, And so,
Yeah, of course.
so once that gets paid off, I mean, how much do you need in your pockets, and that way you can go to Europe comfortably?
Oh, I see. Well, well, like I told you, that's the reason. Like, I need $1 million, really, but I realized I have to pay tax on stuff too. So I probably would only end up with 700 or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you need all that in cash, or?
Well, yeah, because I don't really have a retirement except for Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
You see? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, well, let me ask you, with Noel offering you 1.1, that gets you close to $600,000 there in your pocket.
Yeah, but that's no, that's not good enough. Not good.
And just
anyway, I have to do an appraisal to have an idea what, even in the current market, how much it is. If I go the regular way, you know.
Yeah, I think you get it appraised and then you put it on the market. I mean, just asking for that price range, you would need to find a retail buyer that's going to buy and appreciate that land and that will live there. Now, you said you're not in a hurry, so if it sits on the market for 6 months, 8 months, or a year, then that just means you just don't go to Iran or Europe for another year. And it sounds like you're okay with it. You live in the paradise anyway.
Yeah, well, you know, I think the smartest thing is just to collect my rentals and just keep on going. You know, I've been a landlord for like 40 years, so after a while, you know, you get tired of.
Well, I was gonna say, I think that would be your best bet.
Yeah, I think so too.
All right, all right, sir. Okay. Well, if you ever change your mind, give me or Noel a call. We tend to do quite a bit of business over there. All right, add us to your contact.
Sounds good.
Okay,
thank you.
Bye.
Man,
boys, what's up?
So glad I didn't have that one.
13 minutes of me trying to pull strings here and there. He talked in the well.
Oh, he did? He's in what?
He texted me, he goes, I got lowballed because it was like text only. So I gave him my call versus SMS snippet. And then he responded, I got lowballed by someone already. So I was like, oh man, I understand. I was like, did they also have a fake underwriting department and kept putting you on hold? And it was like, no, some guy from Big Island and legit. And then as soon as he texted me that, he picked up the phone and called me. And I said, the guy from Big Island, I was like, is it Noel? He was like, yeah, it was Noel.
Oh, that's so funny.
Noel offered him 1.1. This guy wanted 1.8. Crazy.
Jeez.
But at least I got the reason why he's selling. So.
Yep.
Well, it sounds like you folks were on calls too. Did you? I know Ken was on 2 calls. Did you get on a call at all, Edward?
Yeah, I got one in Oklahoma, but nah, too far off there. Couldn't work her down lower. She did start higher around 150. She came down to 90. But yeah, we're still that gap there. I think I had offered her, I think it was 40. Had offered her.
Mm-hmm.
And even that, I was in a worse spot in Oklahoma, a little bit rural. So, but
no.
Yeah, there's one in Washington, but wants me to call her in the morning tomorrow. And then there's 2 that haven't responded. One, I think there was the first one that answered. She's not looking to sell at this time.
Okay. What was I gonna say? Dude, I like this late night. People are ready to talk. Ken, are you talking? You're muted. I don't know if you know that.
You sent out 2 contracts. One signed already?
I did. One signed. It was that lady. I took a shot on that one. I wanted it to be in the 70s. I don't know if you heard my conversation with it. I said I want this like in the 70s, 75.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too, around there.
But if her neighbor really wants to buy it, that fence, it's a business.
Yeah, that's what I was like. All right, I'll call them. I'll send it to them then, if you don't want to.
A quick $5,000. Does Ken know he's muted? Can he even hear us?
I don't know. Ken,
Let me
you
text him
muted.
real fast. That's so funny. He can't hear us. I just texted him. So I was like, you know what? So here's my thought process on that one, Edward.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't feel like she would do anything if I were to pressure her on anything at all. Especially with her getting her doctorate. She just doesn't want to do anything here.
Yeah, it looked like she was gonna use dad as a way out.
What was that?
It looked like she was gonna use the dad as a way out.
She looked like she was gonna use the dad as a way out. So for me, this is my thought process. I think there's enough motivation there. I have a shot with the neighbor, the business, not the next door neighbor, but the business. And I just looked on Google Maps, so it literally is right behind her. So they're just gonna tear that down. So I was like, okay, I can make that phone call. And if they say yes, that's a quick $5,000. And if they say no, back to square one. We send someone over there, get some numbers, and just be like, this is where we needed to be.
Yeah.
And you can continue to dick around with it or get it over with.
Yeah, especially because it's not like a big gap. So
it's not that. No, it's not. But the one that I sent, did you hear that call? It was a long call. You would have been proud of me, bro. You would have been proud of me. The second one. I don't know if he's gonna sign it, but
no. What was this?
Texas. He asked for 130. And I sent out a contract for 52.
Oh shoot! I might go listen to that one. What was his name?
You can do. You're welcome to try, but I'm telling you, at this point, I'm pretty sure there's not anything you can do.
Yeah, now that you've given me that breakdown there, you're not even asking for anything in your pocket. It's just that's all the liens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you thinking you're gonna head up to Newport with your daughter, or what does the path forward look like for you?
I don't know. I don't know where I'm gonna go because my credit rating went from, like I think it was like 780 down to 410. I think it's right now. I think it's up to. I think TransUnion, the last week, TransUnion, it was 461. So, I'm going to have trouble finding a place to rent. People are not going to believe that I can pay my bills.
Yeah.
But I can. If I can sell this house and get rid of all this debt, then yeah. And honestly, while I would stay in the house, the yard work is more than I can do. So it's maybe a blessing. But renting in Newport's going to be, when you think a 1-bedroom, 590 square foot house rental in Newport is $2,000 to $2,400 a month for that little tiny 1-bedroom. I mean, that's not even the size of my living room and kitchen.
Yeah.
So, so at any rate, that's where I am.
All right, Miss Tracy. Well, sorry I couldn't be a solution for you, but I definitely hope things at least start to look a little bit better for you, and maybe you can move in with your daughter for a little while until maybe credit gets a little bit better, and maybe rent again. I'm not really sure.
Nope, can't move in with her because when they moved down there, they had to be there at a certain time, and they bought a house sight unseen. It's a manufactured home, and it's right around 1,100 square feet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 1980s manufactured home, and it was over $400,000.
Mm.
And it's tiny. I mean, she's got 2 dogs and 3 cats, and there's no way I could move in with my dogs. And I'm allergic to cats.
Oh man.
So no, yeah. So I love them. I just can't be around them. So.
Yeah.
So I'm currently on the computer every night looking at rentals down there. But as I said before, I'm going to have a problem getting a rental because of my credit rating.
Yeah.
And because if I go through foreclosure, that's going to make it even harder. Although you would think if I've gone through foreclosure, it would make it easier. So thanks.
No problem, Miss Tracy. Glad I could at the very least be a listening ear or a good sounding board for you. But
well, I do have an offer from somebody in Pennsylvania for 405.
Mm-hmm. So that would cover all the liens.
Well, I don't want. You know what? I'd really rather not sell to somebody out of state, but there's only so much I can do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I guess we'll see. I guess I'll see.
Boy, I hope they can come through for you and at least stop the foreclosure so you can keep your credit score moving in the right direction. You know.
Well, I'm working on it. It's not going great, but I'm working on it. So, thanks for your call.
You're welcome. Have a good evening.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
That's the same one from earlier.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh man.
Wait, was it the same one that you were helping him on? So I saw you like.
Oh no, that was a dude in San Antonio.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's so funny.
Man, she started off the call saying, "You won't like it, but I'm asking for 10." And I said, "Why won't I like that?" And man, did it open up. But pretty much, I mean, her mortgage balance is $330. She's got solar panel lien. She got the plumbing done, hot water done, electrical done. All those have liens. Her husband tried to do some electrical work himself and messed it up, so she had to fully redo the electrical. The last guy who she was with scammed her, so she had to get a new bank. So she fallen behind on her loan, on her mortgage, which was so. Then she applied for a loan modification. That got approved. The first payment was supposed to be in June. She had the guy that scammed her out of some money back in like end of May. And so she had to switch bank accounts. When she opened up a new bank account, her pension check was late in June. She didn't get it until last week in July. So she missed that loan modification payment. So now that was canceled, taken away from her. She goes in foreclosure 2 weeks from tomorrow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rough.
So she literally owes 410. She's asking for 410.
Jeez.
Her husband of 50 years died 5 years ago. They bought the house 6 years ago.
Oh man.
She has
rough.
she gets $5,000 a month for Social Security. She has a medication that costs her $2,000 a month.
What?
And the mortgage is $1,600 a month. I'm like, dude, every turn she went, I'm like, oh my God, I can't hang up on this lady. At least listen. What'd you say?
What was the mortgage payment?
$330. Oh, $1,600 a month. Yeah, $1,600, and she makes $5,000. But that $2,000 medication.
Yeah.
I mean, she's just trying to, and that's not her only medication. That's just the most expensive one.
So she owes 410 altogether with all the liens and all the other.
Yeah.
Jeez, what's the ARV on this, or what did you see on that?
Oh, it's $450.
450. Oh yeah.
It needs a kitchen. They bought this as is.
Oh, it's not fixed yet? I thought it was fixed already.
She just did all the big six stuff has been fixed. Now it's time for cosmetic.
Oh my gosh. All right. So she's
just out in Spokane, Washington. You know, their homes are just crazy up there. So
she's royally fucked, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Damn.
Jeez.
These are the notes.
Oh man,
bro, you take a lot of notes.
Yeah.
Well, I ran out of pages on my little notepad, so I got that one and just went to town.
Here are my notes, bro.
And it's crazy how much I still miss, right?
Because you're taking too much. Because you're taking too much notes. That's why.
Okay.
Like what? How do you take notes?
I'm trying to get everything, and then I'm like underlining what's the most key things I want to go back to. All right, go back to this, go back to this, go back to this. But I want to wait till she's done talking or whatever their situation.
Okay. Have you tried taking notes just the words, like the keywords?
No.
So you might want to start doing that. I mean, that would help you out a lot. Like just certain trigger words, right? Like I'm looking to go to Europe, right? And if for some reason the conversation goes somewhere, for me, I'll put a circle around it. Mm-hmm. A circle for me, everyone has their own thing right. That reminds them. For me, a circle means I need to circle back to this. Mm-hmm. It's important enough that I need to circle back to this. That's why I put a circle around that word. Mm-hmm. If it's a word that if a piece of information that I'm going to use as ammo later, as leverage point, then I put a star on it. So I don't necessarily have to talk about it until I absolutely have to talk about it. Mm-hmm. Those are really my only two things. Mm-hmm. Stars and circles. I got to circle back, or I now have the information I can use as leverage.
Mm-hmm. So that might be something along the lines of auction date would be star, but foreclosure would be circle. Perhaps.
Closure would be wait, what closure?
Like the actual auction date, like, hey, you only have until X amount of time to get this done. That would be a leverage type of thing. But
that would be a leverage thing, yeah, because you can use that as kind of like a future state, like a consequence. So yes, that would be a star for me. Okay. And then I didn't hear what you said about the circle.
I said and the foreclosure would be a circle. I want to come back to this later.
Oh, foreclosure. Yeah. If you need to, like sometimes they'll tell you something and then conversation goes somewhere for some reason, and you haven't closed the loop of that particular subject. Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm like, okay, it's important enough, but the conversation went somewhere. I gotta circle back somewhere somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did it when you were calling to that San Antonio lead.
What did you say for San Antonio?
You did it like when you're doing when you circled back to him when he was like it's difficult for him to afford it by himself. Mm-hmm. And I caught that and he went another tangent. I'm like, okay, you got to circle back to that. Mm-hmm. And that's what I put on the chat there, which I'm glad you picked up because that's when you circle back and then he opened up more there.
Yeah. That was critical.
Yeah. So that's the part where I would have been like, okay, hard to afford, and then circle back for sure. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
exactly. Yeah.
What have you found works for you for note taking?
For me,
yeah.
The call's recorded. The call's recorded, And then also, like, for me, all I care about is, like, why are they looking to sell now? And then, I don't know, I don't really take that many notes, like a whole lot, other than, like, I just want to know why they're looking to sell now. And I'm just probing, clarifying. I don't know, in my head, it's just structured that way. I don't know, like, I'm just, like, okay, I didn't know why looking to sell now is always the main thing. I want to know, like, why now? Once I understand that, I figure out, okay, what is that doing to them? Like, how's that impacting them in a way? And then, like, for example, with the guy you're speaking to, why now? Okay, forbearance is coming up or ending in 1 month, right?
Mhm.
And then we asked a consequence question, right? That's when I was asking, hey, well, what happens in 1 month, right? So for me, I would just take that down. Okay, forbearance ends in 1 month, and then whatever he said happens, right? And then from there, I'm just doing, okay, what is he looking for? What he needs? I'll probably write down 205, owes 205. I probably would have wrote like four little words or something there, just based off of that. I probably would have wrote a whole lot. Because at the same time, I'm just trying to focus on the call. I'm not trying to write everything and also listen. So I'm just trying to, I mean, Caesar says it all the time, just being present and just listening to those keywords there. Yeah. So I literally just write everywhere, dude. Like sometimes I have like different notes from other calls. I'm like pinpoint them, but I don't really go back to them really.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, this was great, man. I kind of like this late night. I haven't done this in a long time.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something and I completely forgot.
Like I had good conversations.
What was that?
I feel like I had pretty like good conversations, like good calls.
I did. I got lucky. Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also picked up the phone as soon as they texted back. I was just like,
yeah.
Boom. You know what I mean? So.
What time are y'all going live tomorrow?
I'm going live. Oh yeah, I'm going live early, so I'm not leaving till midday. So I'll unless I have to record my Sundays, I don't know, either 7:15 or 8:15 in the morning Pacific time.
Yeah. Okay. So before implementation call.
Yeah.
Okay.
That or during the implementation call. But bro, the call, just very quickly, the call, you would have proud of me, Edward. Guy was asking for 130. Got him. So he's like, so bottom line, so what you're saying is you'll pay the 22 back taxes and $30,000. So that's 52. I was like, yeah. And he was asking for 130. I'm actually going to post that video because, as I always say, the first number is a fuck off number. Dude, which he actually said, because I was like, hey, I just got to be fair to my business. And I was like, yeah, man, like I understand when you ask me how much I want for it. I was like, shit, I'll just ask for 130.
Exactly.
And he goes, and then once I leveled with him, I did my fail safe because that's my process, that's my style. And then he opened up and it was like, oh, because the house that we inherited that we're moving to, it needs fixing. And then so I was like, oh, well, what do you need to fix? What's wrong with it? So he started telling me. I'm like, how much is that going to cost? He's like, bro, I don't know. Like, I honestly don't. Like, the guy just did not know. So then I was like, hey, man, let me help you out. Like, I've bought trailers before. I know how much it costs. Like, so I got the address. I asked, what's the square footage? What needs to be fixed? And I just said, hey, look, if the way you described it, it should be a medium rehab. It's a trailer. It's probably going to cost you about $30,000.
Yeah.
I was like, does it have a new roof? He's like, the roof's not new, but it doesn't need replacing. I'm like, done. $30,000. You got a 2026 trailer now.
Yeah.
And then now it goes to your question. So if I can fund that house, the fixing of the remodeling of that house, plus pay all your back taxes, would that put you in a better position?
Well, yeah, it would. And boom.
Yeah.
Sell it and why? That's it, dude.
Yeah. And
like,
then I go ahead.
no, go, you go.
And then I just started doing like the objection headlinks. Now he's got to talk to the wife. So I was like, okay, is she decision maker? She's like, no. So I was like, so what is there to talk about? Blah, blah, blah. So I could probably work a little bit more on the objection handling. I kind of saw that. I'm like, but he had to say no to me 5 times before I gave up on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So for me, I'm okay. Like, even when I used to train salespeople, I'm like, as long as they give you three to 4 no's, then that means you've done your job. Like, because it's just not my style to not. I'll push as much as I can, but I'll stop. But that's just me. But I was happy because 130 down to 52, and he didn't hang up. And in his mind, he's like, dude, that works. And so I was just asking him, like, okay, you're the decision maker, you said. She's not. So what can she possibly talk to you about during this? And she's like, oh, just in case we need other things. I'm like, okay. I can dig that, you know? So, sorry, you were going to say something.
No, I was just going to go back on saying, like, how he was asking 130, and it's just you focus on the needs, not comparables, not repairs, his needs. Like, you're not bringing up, oh, well, this comp, or hey, I have to do this, or I have to do that. You know, you figured out what he's looking to accomplish. Like, hey, let's say we sell the property. I mean, what's the plan after you sell? What does that look like? He told you about the other. Now he gave you ins, right? Like, oh, well, I want to fix the next part. But well, how much do you need to do that? I don't know. Oh, let me help you out. Well, what does it need? And blah, blah. You just reverse engineer from there. And that's it, you know? And then just frame it how you said, like, hey, man, we could do X, Y, Z. I mean, do you feel like that would put you in a better position so that way you could do ABC, right? And he's like, well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, that's like the most important thing for them to be able to do that, right? So it's like, yeah, it is. Well, do you see how we were? So do you see, like, if we're able to do that, how that would help you do that? Yes. Okay. Here's the contract. Let's go.
Here's the contract. Yeah. Assume the close at that point.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Exactly.
And I think that's the main thing, bro. Like, just the needs, bro. I feel like just get good at that. Get good at that, you know. Get those discounts. It's like, that's really good to know.
Get good at that, and I'm gonna keep pushing it. I know some people don't like it, but I'm gonna keep pushing it. Get also good at knowing when to use the failsafe, because there are times when they're not gonna open up for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like you're already dead anyway, so why not give it a shot with a failsafe? You never know. Maybe a little bit of logic might just open them up to lower their guards.
Yeah.
Because it does work. Like if you are talking to someone that's motivated and that's not an asshole.
Yeah. Like if you're not over 100,000 apart, like I feel like you can educate all day, and good luck, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, that's my last resort. Like, I still educate, but it's probably my last resort. Like, after I tried everything, and I will.
Yeah. So one, it's your last resort, especially for someone like you, because you're really good at the need, uncovering the need part. Because you see, that's why it's called the failsafe. The reason why I call it failsafe is because if you fuck this up, you have a failsafe to go back. But if you're good at this, you don't need to use the failsafe. Yeah. You know what I mean? But in the beginning, when it's like when you have that knot in your stomach, you don't know whether you should dig deeper. You know what I mean? Like it's just everyone goes straight to condition. Even I go straight to condition right now. Mm-hmm. I can see myself going on stretches when it's like, holy shit, that sounded so transactional. You know? But that failsafe just allows you to look back. And then all of a sudden there's an opening that you didn't have before. And it's an opening that you would have gotten because you're really good at asking those questions. Mm-hmm. But for someone that's not good at asking questions yet, that failsafe is just a structure for them to go back.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm preaching to the choir. I'm not really talking to you about this. I'm talking more to the people that are watching. It just allows you to open it up.
No, it's true. There's times where I used it. You know, I still use that. Like, it's not like every time I'm getting needs. There's times where there is those. You're gonna have sellers that just not gonna give you like nothing. And at that point, for what I do, I'll anchor and see that. If not, use a fail safe and it opens them up. And or at least I'm able to find a small opening where I could open it up. You know.
That's right.
So,
That's right. And what's funny now is like now it's what's happening as we evolve to a different level of closers. And like it's more like need based, and because you're doing that, you're gradually or you're they're stair stepping themselves down to a certain price point. And then the fail safe just gives you that extra 20% more. And then if you do a really good enough job, you don't need the kill shot, right? And I'm not saying that the kill shot's not good. The kill shot is very, very effective.
it is, yeah.
Right. But if you absolutely need it, it's there too. So it's like now you've got this big structure where you have so many pathways, and if you screw up any of those, if you do the fail safe, it loops you back. If you screw that up, you do the kill shot, it at least gives you a 10-20% drop. Yeah. You got what I mean? Like there's just like boom, boom, boom. So if you just do the reps, even if you screw up here, you have this. You screw up here, you have the kill shot.
Right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. And I feel like that's very powerful because like you're getting them into that needs-based thinking where like, okay, they're thinking of like the end result now, how they're able to still get to that. Now they're not thinking about the difference of the price, just thinking about okay, this will still help me accomplish ABC, right? You're keeping them there, right? So I just like the psychology or whatever I want to call it on how that works, you know.
The reframing of what a solution looks like.
Exactly. Yep. Exactly that. It's true. Like even for me, like a couple years ago is when we bought our house. It's like we have a budget, but then my wife fell in love with it. Or somehow like our budget changed now. You know, it's like we made an emotional decision, and like the end result there was, you know, find something that we liked or that she liked too. So now it changed, right? So yeah, it wasn't logical at that point. It was just more, you know, emotional. So.
Exactly. Well, folks, I know it's late over there. For you folks who are thinking maybe we're bullshitting, it is late. You can see Ken's window. You can see my window. It is dark, guys. It is literally. Wait, what time is it over there? 12:30.
Yeah, it's 12:24, brother.
It's 11:24 in Texas, 12:24 in North Carolina, and obviously 9:24 here. So, guys, thank you again. I appreciate you. For you folks, I know this is not live, but we did this for you folks and selfishly because a few other folks have been locking up deals late night. So why the heck not? So for you folks that are watching, if you have property leads or maybe even Lead Zolo or Red Panda where it's an actual lead coming in because it's inbound, guys, it may help to do this maybe once or twice a week, because at the end of the day, if someone is filling out the form late night, that means they have a problem. And if they have a problem and you get in front of them, that's the best time versus calling them tomorrow. So I'll end with that. Till next time, folks, speed and freaking volume. And Edward and Ken, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you guys.